So Eddie, do you have any advice for any property owners of luxury, either homes or condos in Miami on, if they want to position their property for sale, or, what's your best advice on people that are thinking about selling in this market?
I would say the strongest advice I could give to a seller that's thinking of entering the market to place their property for sale would to do the research and definitely make sure that they interview highly specialized agents within the sector where your property is. That's very important. Agents that are specifically, they have a niche and they're highly specialized will definitely be able to get them a higher paying buyer. They may already have one that's waiting for a property like that. So definitely go with someone that's highly seasoned and that is the top producer in the section. That would be the best advice I could give.
And then you also mentioned just how critical it was for staging. And so, what are you seeing out there in the marketplace? Condos that are staged versus ones that are empty. Do you have any best practices on that, or kind of what you normally will typically recommend for the fastest sale?
Sure. Yes, it's always recommended. Presentation is everything. When the buyer comes in through the property, their first impression, how they felt when they came in, is going to stay with them. So if you enter a cold, empty space, as cool as the finishes might be, it's still going to feel cold and empty. When you have it furnished with warm textures, warm tones, with throws and pillows and some greenery, some organic plants, it will make an enormous difference, and that will make the bottom line for the seller on that number that they're trying to achieve. So if the property is not furnished, I always recommend to have it staged. If they don't want to do the whole property, if it's a very large property, then the most important areas, like the living, dining, and the master bedroom, for example, maybe even a junior suite. We did that with a house on Palm Island. It was a Mediterranean revival, 15,000 square foot mansion, completely empty, very architecturally significant. So there was a lot of detail, but still, the person is not going to envision their life there if it's all empty rooms. So we went ahead and furnished the grand salon, the formal living, the dining, the master, and the junior, and it was very successful.